I vow to God. It's a vow. There is no way after 30 minutes you will not shift. 30 minutes is far because I shifted. It's a vow. Some of the things I want to teach you, I had them today, some I had them yesterday. And it represents the chariot of eternity, of the new eternity. So Genesis chapter 3. If you go to your father's house and you don't like what is going on there, don't look for prayer warriors. Don't look for prayer warriors. Look at the thought of your brothers. Prayer without changing in thought will bring misery. If you go to your village or we are in Africa and we don't like what is going on in Africa, we should look at our thought. We should look at the system of living. We should look at our level, our value system. Excuse me. Let me help you with something before I look at Genesis chapter 3. The reason Africans have not gone far is that they prefer prayer to value. The head does not run on prayer. It runs on human value. Now, if you're praying prayer and you don't have value, stop the prayer and get value. You see, because God will not take over the earth from men. And the earth is in the hand of valuable people, not in the hand of praying people. Let me say this. There are so many philosophers, and it's unfortunate that Africa don't produce philosophers. But all philosophy, philosophy is like truth. All philosophy don't have the same strength. For instance, the lamb is a philosopher. And the Lion of Judah is going to come as a more intelligent philosopher. Because you see, the thinking pattern of the lamb and lion is not the same. Why he has to come back is to improve the philosophy of the lamb. In other words, there is a higher thought that is not in the Bible yet. There is a higher thought that is not yet written. The lion will come to teach that higher thought. Now that thought the lion is coming to teach is higher than this present thought. That means that the Bible doesn't have the highest thought yet. That means there are great thoughts that will make us king on earth. Those thoughts are not yet written. The thought of vengeance that will declare Jesus king on earth, because the philosopher has not come. I mean, the owner of that thought. The owner of that thought. When I was young, they persuaded me to believe that it is holiness. That holiness is important. And I wrote the course I wrote today. I said, it is not possible for a man to stand in God's presence through abstinence. So when the preacher came and said, don't commit fornication, don't smoke cigarettes, don't take alcohol, don't that, don't take bribe, don't that, don't that, don't that. The don't and do and all the do and don'ts cannot sustain a man in God's presence. What will sustain a man in God's presence is the revelation of the word. Abstinence is not possible for abstinence to win Satan. It is from pain and so much of learning that I know. If abstinence can win Satan, why did Adam go out of Eden? I'm about to go to the story of Adam. In chapter 3:22 of Genesis. Why did Adam? You're a lady and you say your husband is not prosperous and you want him to prosper and you didn't change the thought of that man. Are you saying that that man is going to be richer than the way he thinks? Are you saying that that family is going to be better than the way they reason? The parameter is a thought. The guardian angel of every man on earth depends on thought to relate with a man. Thought born from revelation.